Not McGregor fast, not McGregor sleep, McGregor stretcher.
Gonna get his ass whooped and took out on a stretcher.
Anticlimactic, guys. Dustin Poirier wins by TKO due to referee stoppage because of injury. So in the first round, Conor got injured, he stepped back and his ankle was broken. And with that, couldn't continue the fight. Two things I want to mention here. First of all, we were robbed of a good fight. We were robbed of a firefight from the get-go. Conor went in throwing kicks from the get-go. Dustin was giving it as well. He pointed at Conor like he did in the second fight. And on the ground, Dustin was ground and pounding Conor McGregor, dominating him on the ground. That was a high-paced fight. It's a shame in sports, but it happens. These injuries, man. Dustin says it was a result of, Dustin checking one of Conor's hard kicks, and then eventually his ankle, gave out, his leg gave out. Specifically in the UFC, bro. You hate to see it, man. I was so excited after the first round. I said that's the pace that they had for the first round. Let's see the following rounds. Oh my goodness, was I ready for the next couple of rounds. I was in for a firefight. Sadly, Conor broke his ankle. The referee stopped the fight. Dustin Poirier wins by TKO. Second thing that I want to mention. I predicted Dustin to win this fight. Dustin did win this fight. And during the fight, Dustin was about to win that fight. You can make the argument that Conor was more active in striking from the get-go. He wasn't as flat as he was in the second fight. More of a mixed martial arts approach by Conor. He wasn't as flat as he was in the second fight. Purely you can see him work on his boxing in the second fight. He threw punches, which he acclaimed was his kill shot against Dustin Poirier. You could make a case that Conor was busier in striking. You could make a case that he was winning the striking. But Conor clipped Dustin with a cross. Even in the post-interview, Dustin told Joe that, he got clipped by one, he got tased by one. But the thing is, Conor got tased as well. I'm just remembering the fight, how it was, it's still fresh in my mind. Maybe I have to watch it again. But Conor got clipped as well. Watching the fight with what I remember, Dustin clipped Conor. Conor went for the clinch. Conor was striking as usual, and then Dustin clipped him with a punch. Conor went for the clinch, then eventually they were against the cage, and then eventually Dustin put him down. Conor tried to go for a guillotine. I would say Dustin got the most significant strike, which led to, the clinch and then the takedown of the fight. The flow went to Dustin when he clipped Conor, when Conor went for the clinch. Like I said, I have to watch the fight again, but that's what I remember in real time. Herb Dean was watching it close. Conor was defending it well, but there was a moment where I thought, it could have been stopped. Maybe wrong, but I had the same opinion when Khabib was smashing Conor. I thought that fight could have been stopped there. One of those moments, I thought that fight could have been stopped there. And like everyone says, Conor is most dangerous in the first round. Why? Because most of the time, as we all know, Conor fades. Conor fades during the fight. Second, third, fourth, fifth round, he starts to fade. Yes, this wasn't a championship fight, but usually when we get to the third, even just the second round, you can start to see Conor getting more fatigued. That said, Conor was dominated in the first round. Like I said, and I stand by this, Dustin has Conor's number. I'll still stick by it. Dustin was about to win that fight. And if they had the fourth, oh my god. Money is a big thing in sports, guys. Money is a big thing in sports, in the big fights. And the fourth fight will happen. Surely the fourth fight will happen. But physically, mentally, Conor is in trouble. Not just the fourth fight. We have to see if Conor's injury is, actually a serious thing. If it's that serious enough to injure Conor and, eventually hurt him in the process in his following fights. That was my reaction for today, guys. Anticlimactic. We are robbed of a good fight. Oh my god, I hate it when this happens in sports, but it is what it is. Dustin and Conor going back and forth. Even in the post-interview with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is a legend. Joe Rogan sits beside Conor. Conor couldn't stand up. Joe Rogan sits beside Conor to interview him. And of course, Conor is one of the most loved athletes in the world, but he is also one of the most hated athletes. So his haters would love to see him lose. And of course, there's going to be a lot of memes, specifically in his interview sitting down beside Joe Rogan. I'm sure of it. Fight fans are crazy. That's it for me today. I'll see you next time.